Hello everybody, my name is Andre Joliker. I made a texture pack called Jollycraft for Minecraft that looks like this. Um, and if you're watching this, I'm going to assume you know how to download texture packs and apply them to Minecraft, and you're maybe looking to venture out and start making some textures of your own. So I'm going to walk you through the very basics of how a texture pack is built and how to edit your first texture. I'm going to exit out here and go to the menu. In texture packs, I'm going to open the texture packs folder. There's my Jollycraft zip. It's a good idea if you're going to do this to download a couple texture packs and just open them and explore them a little just to see how they're built. You'll see that they're basically just a bunch of PNG files in specific folders. You can see in the root level here I have terrain.png. If I open up that, you can see that it is a 256 by 256 texture that contains a bunch of 16 by 16 textures. Every file in the texture pack is different size. They're not all 256 by 256. Some of them are and some of them aren't. So it's a good idea just to familiarize yourself with which one. But the main file you're going to want to edit when you're making a texture pack is terrain.png. That's in the base level. And that contains all the basic materials in the game, like the grass, the stone, the dirt, the sand, the trees, all that stuff. So let's get started with making our first texture within terrain.png. I'm going to open up the Minecraft folder, and the bin folder within the Minecraft folder contains minecraft.jar. If I open this with WinRAR, I can see all the files that are within minecraft.jar. And the location of the files in the Minecraft jar is the same as it is in the texture pack zip. So all the PNGs from the texture pack should match up with the PNGs in Minecraft.jar. That's how it knows which textures to use from your zip. So like I said, the very most important one is terrain.png. So I'm going to start with a texture pack that only edits terrain.png. So I'm just going to drop that into my test pack folder. There we go. This is the default Minecraft terrain.png. So I'm going to open this with Photoshop. That's my favorite editor. There are lots of free image editors like Paint.net and GIMP, and you can use any of them really, as long as it supports transparencies, because you can see there are transparent areas of this PNG that need to be transparent for things like the trees and the grass. I'm going to make my first texture here. Let's jump over and make let's make some sand. You can see I've already done a test sand, so here I go. I'm going to create a new layer, and let's make some very dark red sand just as a sample here. So there, dark. And I'm going to put some little specks. I'm not spending time on this. I'm just going to show you quickly the basics of how it works. Let's put some light ones there. There we go. What a beautiful texture. Okay, I'm going to merge these layers and save it. There. So the terrain.png in my test pack folder has my new sand texture applied. Wonderful. Now the next thing you need to do, texture packs are obviously a zip file. If I go back to the texture packs folder, you can see Jollycraft is a zip. So I need to make a zip of test pack. I'm just going to, using WinRAR, make a zip. There we go. I'm going to call it test pack. And if I open it up, I can see that on the base level is terrain.png, exactly where it needs to be. So I'm going to drop that into my texture packs folder. Now if I go to Minecraft, immediately it shows up. Let's see how I did making my first texture. There we go. That new sand texture that I made is in the game. And that's really it. You can basically edit all of the textures in terrain.png, and that should be the basis of your pack. There are other files in that zip that let you edit the GUI and the clouds and stuff like that. Just explore and figure them out for yourself. Hope this helps. Enjoy!